We saw an outpouring of empathy and compassion from across the country, coast to coast, from Canadians wearing orange, taking action, and our Prime Minister was missing in action.
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
We were very shocked and very disappointed, and we don't understand how it's possible that he could not have taken the time to be publicly present for such an important day.
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
I am truly saddened that he was not able to join us today. I did hold out on hope that maybe that he would be here.
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
Very disrespectful, and you know, it represents a slap in the face to the families of residential school victims.
And it's a slap in the face.
Why doesn't the Prime Minister just say the truth and tell the Indigenous peoples that he doesn't give a fuck about their rights?
And it's a slap in the face to see people. Traveling on September 30th was a mistake, and I regret it. And it's a slap in the face. The first National Day of Truth and Reconciliation was a time for Indigenous people and non-Indigenous people alike. And it's a slap in the face. I apologized for not being there for this important day. And it's a slap in the face. I think the how it happened is far less important than that it happened, which I regret, and we will continue. And it's a slap in the face to see people.
Thank you very much. Thank you for being here tonight. Thank you.
People in Rossi Narrows are suffering from mercury poisoning.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much for your donation tonight. I really appreciate the donation to the Liberal Party of Canada.
And it's a slap in the face.
And I always try to be respectful and always try to engage with them in a positive way. That's how I believe democracy should function. And I didn't do that last night. Last night I lacked respect towards them, and I apologize for that.
And it's a slap in the face to see people. People like truckers who are putting food on our grocery store shelves. And it's a slap in the face. The small fringe minority. And it's a slap in the face. Holding unacceptable views. And it's a slap in the face. Do represent the views of Canadians. And it's a slap in the face of truckers in this country. And it's a slap in the face. Airline workers. And it's a slap in the face. Fellow citizens. And it's a slap in the face. Themselves. And it's a slap in the face. I think like all Canadians. And it's a slap in the face.
They're just adding more fuel to the fire, to be honest. Obviously, they have no indications of actually talking to us and working with us.
And it's a slap in the face.
There's lots of dirty games going on. I hope that we can turn it around, because it's insane what they are doing. They are not representing the Canadians anymore.
And it's a slap in the face.
And they completely forgot the purpose, what they are there for. Working for the people, not against.
And it's a slap in the face. I can assure you, I'm extremely frustrated by being completely irresponsible. And we are definitely following up on that. And it's a slap in the face.
I have long been known to wear traditional clothes to a broad range of events in many different communities in Canada and elsewhere.
And it's a slap in the face.
British Columbia, where we can be free and no man owns the fish. If I cannot fish, I cannot live.
And it's a slap in the face.
The impacts of this G7 will be felt
long after the newspapers you write for will have been used to wrap fish. And it's a slap in the face.
I attended an end-of-year gala where the theme was Arabian Nights. And I dressed up in an Aladdin costume and put makeup on.
And it's a slap in the face.
I dressed up at a talent show and sang Deo with makeup on.
And it's a slap in the face.
It was something that I didn't think was racist at the time, but now I recognize it was something racist to do.
And it's a slap in the face.
I'm disappointed in myself. I'm pissed off at myself for having done it. I wish I hadn't done it, but I did it. And I apologize for it.
And it's a slap in the face.
I'm going to be thinking about how much harder I'm going to have to continue to work.
And it's a slap in the face.
Obviously, I deeply hurt racialized Canadians, and I am deeply sorry for that.
And it's a slap in the face.
Face.
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
I deeply hurt and disappointed many people who considered me to be an ally, and for that, I am deeply sorry.
And it's a slap in the face.
I admit I came in physical contact. If anyone feels that they were impacted by my actions, I completely apologize.
And it's a slap in the face.
My apologies for my behavior and my actions.
And it's a slap in the face.
I should not have made physical contact with the member, and I apologize.
And it's a slap in the face.
I made a mistake. I regret it.
And it's a slap in the face.
I apologize to my colleagues, to the House as a whole.
And it's a slap in the face.
I am apologizing and asking for members to understand how contrite and how regretful I am.
And it's a slap in the face.
I expect better behavior of myself.
And it's a slap in the face.
There's not a workplace in this land where an employee at work would be subjected to their boss, the CEO, coming into their place of work, being physically touched and moved along.
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
We all know that the rules of the House do not permit us to eat in this place, and the Prime Minister, who appeared to be hiding a bagel in his desk. Mr. Speaker, the Prime Minister has already stained this place with corruption. He does not need to stain it with mustard as well.
And it's a slap in the face.
Order. Indeed, Mr. Speaker, I apologize. It was a chocolate bar, but I apologize.
And it's a slap in the face.
The Commissioner's report this morning makes it very clear that I should have taken precautions and cleared my family vacation and dealings with the Aga Khan in advance. I'm sorry I didn't, and in the future I will be clearing all my family vacations with the Commissioner's office.
And it's a slap in the face.
I will never apologize for standing up for an LBG.
And it's a slap in the face.
I recognize that this was a situation that shouldn't have happened.
And it's a slap in the face.
The way this happened shouldn't have happened. And I take responsibility for the mistakes that I made.
And it's a slap in the face.
You said it's hard not to feel disappointed when you're in your government when there is a scandal, new scandal every day.
And it's a slap in the face.
Taking responsibility means recognizing that what we did over the past year wasn't good enough.
And it's a slap in the face.
I take full responsibility.
And it's a slap in the face.
It means making sure that this mistake never happens again.
And it's a slap in the face.
Disgusted by the behavior displayed by some people, it is an insult.
And it's a slap in the face.
I have to recognize that I let a lot of people down.
And it's a slap in the face.
It wasn't a good idea. It was a terrible idea. It was a
slap in the face.
I got into politics to help people shape their country for the better. And I'm sincerely sorry about not having done that.
And it's a slap in the face.
I made a mistake in not recusing myself immediately from the discussions, given our family's history. And it's a slap in the face. The involvement that I'd had in the past and that my family has should have had me remove myself from those discussions. And I'm sorry that I didn't. And it's a slap in the face. I'm particularly sorry because not only has it created unnecessary controversy and issues, and it's a slap in the face. In this situation, the mistake that we made was on me, and I take responsibility for it. And it's a slap in the face.
We saw protesters tear gas yesterday to make way for a presidential photo op. I'd like to ask you what you think about that, and if you don't want to comment, what message do you think you're sending?
And it's a slap in the face to see people.
The Prime Minister hasn't given Canadians a clear reason why he's invoking the Emergencies Act.
And it's a slap in the face.
The Prime Minister calls people he disagrees with racist, misogynist. He spent the last month wedging, dividing, stigmatizing, and traumatizing Canadians.
And it's a slap in the face.
I understand the Prime Minister admires basic dictatorships, but let's remind the Prime Minister this is Canada. This is not a dictatorship.
And it's a slap in the face.
The Prime Minister is actually pouring gasoline on embers.
And it's a slap in the face.
So why is the Prime Minister using this hammer on Canadians? Isn't it true he's doing it just to save his own political skin?
And it's a slap in the face.
It's to save his own political career.
And it's a slap in the face.
The man who wore blackface more times than he can remember took a terrorist with him to a trip on India, gave Omar Khadr $10 million. We're not going to stop talking to our constituents just because the Prime Minister disagrees with him.
And it's a slap in the face.
We get the feeling more and more that this is a cover-up, an attempt to cover up the government and the Prime Minister's failings. The National Assembly is unanimously against, and the government of Quebec is unanimously against, and the Bloc Québécois is against, and Quebec Conservatives are against the Emergencies Act.
And it's a slap in the face.
His job is to serve Canadians, Mr. Speaker. He's not supposed to do a disservice to Quebecers in order to serve Canadians.
And it's a slap in the face.
The Prime Minister's own words created fear. What are we going to do with these people? These people are taking up space, he said. These are the words of a failed leader who robbed Canadians of hope and of unity, and that is why they took to the streets. When will this Prime Minister stop doubling down on his failed leadership and admit that it is his divisive words and mandates that led to so much turmoil in this country?
Honorable Prime Minister.
It's a slap in the face.
And the Emergency Act was not needed to settle the rail blockades of 2020, the Oka crisis, the crisis at Caledonia, September 11th, the COVID-19 pandemic, or any other dispute in Canadian history. The Prime Minister has not provided any legal justification for the use of the Emergencies Act, a historic unfettered power grab. He needs to calmly tell Canadians why he has failed.
And it's a slap in the face.
Optimistic, hopeful vision for public life isn't a naive dream. It could be a powerful force for change. If Canadians are to trust their government needs to trust Canadians. Those are the words of the Prime Minister in 2015. These people, very often misogynistic, racist, women haters, science deniers, the fringe. Same Prime Minister 6 years later as he fans the flames of an unjustified national emergency. So, Mr. Speaker, when did the Prime Minister lose his way? When did it happen?
It's a slap in the face. Conservative Party members can stand with people who wave swastikas. They can stand with people who wave the Confederate flag. And it's a slap in the face.
unbecoming as a prime minister. It's been 48 hours that the government went from doing nothing to a national emergency. 48 hours into using the measures, 48 hours without providing Parliament with a justification. So my question is simple. When will the Prime Minister admit that he's lost control of the situation, that he's lost control of his country, that he's lost control of his caucus, and that he's lost control of his leadership?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
It's a slap in the face.
Mr. Speaker, I've never seen such shameful and dishonorable remarks coming from this Prime Minister. My great-grandfather flew over 30 missions over Nazi Germany. My great-great-uncle's body lies at the bottom of the English Channel. There are members of this Conservative caucus who are the descendants of victims of the Holocaust. For the Prime Minister to accuse any colleague in this House of standing with the swastika is shameful. I'm giving the Prime Minister an opportunity. I'm calling on him to unreservedly apologize for this shameful remark.
It's a slap in the face to see people.
Mr. Speaker, the lack of an apology from that Prime Minister speaks volumes. I have given this Prime Minister an opportunity to retract a shameful remark where he would accuse any honorable member of this House to stand with a swastika. As I said before, we have colleagues who are the descendants of victims of the Holocaust. I'm giving the Prime Minister one more chance. Will he apologize to all members of this House?
That's the right Honourable Prime Minister.
It's a slap in the face.
The fact is, I don't know how any member of the government caucus can stand by this Prime Minister when he accuses honorable members of this House of standing with a swastika. I'm calling on all members of the Liberal caucus to denounce the Prime Minister. I have given him 2 chances to apologize. He has refused to apologize. Mr. Prime Minister, apologize.
It's a slap in the face.
I am a strong Jewish woman and a member of this House and a descendant of Holocaust survivors, and I have never it's never been singled out, and I have never been made to feel less, except for today when the Prime Minister accused me of standing with swastikas. I think he owes me an apology. I'd like an apology, and I think he owes an apology to all members of this House.
And it's a slap in the face.